in Tallahassee? All of a sudden you got muffled.
I spoke with earlier, sir. Your phone number shows up, and it's easy to Google it. It's public record. You have some public record that shows up.
Okay, what is
traffic incidents in that you need to report? Any crashes or highway violence? Any reckless drivers?
All right, number one, I want you to Google PDF oath of arrest and prosecution.
Okay, I'm going to take that as a no. Have a nice day.
Regional Communications Center for state law enforcement. If this is an emergency, please dial 911. To continue in Spanish, Joe Duty Officer Wilson, how may I help you?
Hi, Duty Officer Wilson. I hope I got your name right. I'm calling Tallahassee. I am trying to possibly protect our ambulance and fire department people from a horrible crash because these boom car punks. Do you ever hear those super loud car stereos in traffic in Tallahassee?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I am trying my best to protect the ambulance and fire department people. That's under Florida Statute 80610 of the Florida Statutes. I am calling from Panama City, Florida, and I am trying to report these super loud car stereos that go up and down the road, put our fantastic first responders in danger. I am trying to protect them. I have called the Panama City Police Department many, many times. Their number is 872-3100. I've tried calling the Bay County Sheriff's Department 747-4700. And I am trying to keep a horrible crash from happening. And I have tried, as of tonight, November 29, 2015, I tried to report a silver in color, kind of a small compact, silver vehicle going from east to west to go down and sell his drugs on the beach down there. Okay? I tried reporting them, and they said, you want to send a cop to us? We're too stupid to figure out how to find them. Now, do we have to have an ambulance or fire department person die because of these boom car punks? What is the chances of an ambulance or fire department person being heard by somebody who's got a stereo that you can hear half a mile away?
Bad tape. Bad tape.
Answer me! You don't care if they die? You don't care if the ambulance and fire department people don't die in a horrible crash? Is that what you're telling me?
Bad tape.
Right? Is that what you're trying to do?
Are
you a cop? You don't care about possible, you don't care about ambulance and fire department people dying because of these boom car punks. You don't care. You don't care.
Exactly like you treat me.
You can't think past your makeup mirror, can you? Title IX, you have no rights to have your position in the first place. You know that?
No, this is my Miss Anderson.
Who is this? Who is this? Who?
Can you tell me her name? Let's just say his name.
I got a name. Hey, I got a name for you. Google PDF oath of arrest and prosecution, and I got a nice paper where I'll put these cops that are protecting these American terrorists in prison for the rest of their life. Google PDF oath of arrest and prosecution. I know you got a smartphone, right?
Yes, I do.
All right. Type in there right now, PDF, oath of arrest and prosecution, right?
Bad tape. Bad tape.
837.6 of the Florida Statutes. 837 of the Florida Statutes, you just lied and committed perjury. So they make you take your smartphone off before you go into the Florida Highway Patrol. Is that what you're telling me?
Well, we work in a secure environment. We can't have our smartphone on this network.
Oh, it's
Bad tape. Whoa.
Department people, evidently you don't care if they die in a horrible crash. Under 80610 of the Florida statutes specifically states that these boom cars put ambulance and fire department people in danger. But that's okay, right? Because it didn't happen to you, right?
Are you done yelling?
Oh, you're trying to treat me like a kid? Is that what you're telling me?
Whoa, bad
Hey,
tape.
you want to talk like a reasonable adult, we can speak like two adults. But till then, while you're yelling, that will not happen. So you let me know when you're done yelling and we can talk like two adults.
And you won't interrupt me.
I won't interrupt you.
All right, we got a deal. We got a deal, Mrs. Anderson. Is it Mrs. Anderson? What's your name? What is your name? Miss, what is your name? What is your name? What?
What is your name?
What is your name?
See, when you call someone, you introduce yourself.
You're a public servant. Aren't you a public servant, miss? Aren't you a public servant?
I am.
Okay, now, let me ask you something. Don't you appreciate citizens trying to protect our wonderful ambulance and fire department people?
Yes.
Okay, now this is what I'm trying to do. Okay? Now, let me just give you, miss, let me just give you some felonies of these boom car punks, okay? 80610 is emergency vehicle putting them in danger. That's 5 years in prison. Okay? Now we've got what's called, when the speaker concussion breaks through my home, that is called 81002 of the Florida statutes. That's a 15-year prison sentence, okay? When I hear the concussion that hurts my ears, that's 784 of the Florida statutes. Okay? 932 contraband, they can take away their vehicle. Okay? Now we've got also 3015 of Florida statutes of where the cops don't even need a warrant to arrest these punks. Now I'm trying my damnedest to protect ambulance and fire department people, and so I'm trying to figure this out. Did you not swear an oath to support and defend the Florida Constitution? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Come on, right?
Did you swear an oath to support and defend the Florida Constitution?
Yes, I have.
Okay, miss. All right, that's called 876 of the Florida statutes. That is the public servant oath. Article 2, Section 7 of the Florida Constitution says unnecessary noise will not be tolerated. Now, when these punks, these cops, I want you to Google PDF oath of arrest and prosecution. And I got a paper that will put them in prison. Now, why is it that I am forced, miss, I wish I didn't have to call you all. I've already called the Panama City Police Department, 872-3100. I've tried calling the Bay County Sheriff's Department, 747-4700, and only trying to protect our ambulance and fire department people, and I'm the one that gets retaliated against. So now, we've got felonies of these boom car punks. 876 is called the American Terrorist Statute. That's under Florida statutes. The cops can go to jail for the rest of their life under 895 of the Florida statutes. In every cop's manual is United States Code Title 18, 241, 242, which is a $10,000 fine in prison. And not only that, miss, when I call the Florida Highway Patrol, I don't get an immediate call. I get this elevator music. And I never dial number 8, which is the emergency line. I always dial number 7. Okay? Now, I'm trying to figure this out. Why do I gotta call somebody in Tallahassee when I can't get the ambulance and fire department people to do what they're supposed to do? Where'd you get that name? Where'd you get that name? Where'd you get that name? Where'd you get that name?
It's not an emergency. So, that's why you have us. We cannot go and arrest anyone for music if we can't prove that it's loud music.
Now, in other words, what you're saying is you're gonna have to wait. You want to wait for an ambulance or fire department person to die first, right? Is that what you're saying? Because of a horrible crash. Let me ask you something. What is the chances? Let me ask you something. Please don't interrupt me. Don't interrupt me. Don't interrupt me. What is the chances of an ambulance or fire department person being hurt by one of these boom car punks? What is the chances?
emotional communications with for state law enforcement. This is an emergency. Please hang up and dial 911.
Bullshit motherfucking emergency line. Look at this. You try to fucking call and you can't get through. They're motherfucking liars.
May I help you?
Is this the Border Highway Patrol in Tallahassee?
Yes, sir.
Miss, I'd like to know something. Do you hear those super loud car stereos in Tallahassee in traffic?
Say again, I'm sorry?
Do you ever hear those loud car stereos in traffic in Tallahassee?
No, sir, but I know what you're talking about.
You never, how come is it I've talked to other officers who said they've heard them? Why is that?
Because they have them.
And you haven't heard them nowhere in Tallahassee?
No, sir.
Now you're saying this under perjury 837 of the Florida statutes, right?
Sir, is there an emergency? How can I help you today?
First of all, I don't dial number 8. I dial number 7. And I noticed that when I call the Florida Highway Patrol, I'm not connected immediately to somebody if there was an emergency. I gotta listen to that stupid elevator music. Now, I am forced to have to call you all because I tried to get the Bay County Sheriff's Department to do something about these boom cars. I've tried to get Panama City Police Department to do something about it. And so I have no choice but to call the Florida Highway Patrol. Now, I want to know why it is the Bay County Sheriff's Department, under 3015 of Florida statutes, it is their duty to arrest every one of these punks that are going up and down the road. Also, the Panama City cops, it's their duty under 3015 of Florida statutes. They can take away their vehicle under 932 contraband. Now, I want to know why it is, as of November 29, 2015, I want to know why I can't live in my home in peace.
Have you called the County Sheriff's Office and what did they advise you?
Oh, what did they advise me? You mean what kind of racketeering did they do? Protecting a criminal enterprise under 895 of the Florida statutes, committing perjury under 837 of the Florida statutes, committing conspiracy under 838 of the Florida statutes. Did you take an oath to support and defend the Florida Constitution? Did you?
Sir, okay.
No, I want an answer. I want an answer.